Welcome back. It's definitely been a minute since our last video, but here we are in the whelping box again, waiting to welcome the final, for sure, litter from Ash and Fae. This time, Fae is 8 years old. She's a very experienced mum and been in labour for a couple of hours, so I'm going to try and get as much of the whelping onto a video as we can. We are set up this time in the bedroom so that I can be with Fae throughout this entire process. I'm not worried about her at all. Like I say, she's super experienced, she's super healthy, she's in wonderful condition, and she is ready to do this all again. The reason that she is doing it all again has been explained on our social media pages. This is going to be Faye's absolutely definitely final litter this time. And we are hoping to get something to keep a boy. This time we kept a female from her last litter, and we're hoping to keep a boy from this final litter. So fingers crossed the whelp is successful, and I'll try and get as much of it, like I say, on the camera as I can for you, and I'll come back to you when there's something happening. We have a bouncing baby boy. Faye's just doing the best job. We have boy number 2 and puppy number 2. Both big and strong, both wolf grey. And we're thrilled that we already have 2 boys. So that's exciting news for us. We'll be back later with more updates. Puppy number 3 has arrived. And puppy number 3 is also a boy. Fantastic. Just a few hours old and so strong. Look at those back legs. So cute. Good girl, Flossie. Good girl. Someone is in need of a good bum wash, apparently. All this flipping the puppies around, even though they're just a few hours old, is still good for them. It's good for clearing out their lungs. It's good for getting their hearts beating well and strong. Good for circulation. Good for stimulating them to suckle at the milk bar. So this is all really good stuff. Sign of healthy mum, healthy babies, busy doing her job even though she's having contractions. So the puppies feeding at the milk bar, the puppies suckling, actually encourages the contractions along. So it's good for her, good for the babies. Speeds along the labour. We've been going for about 4 hours now. So most of that time was spent before the first puppy arrived in active labour. And then since then, she's had a puppy about every 40-45 minutes. So, which is a little bit slower than previous litters. But as you can see, still very strong, healthy puppies. Healthy mummy. So she's just relaxed about it, really calm, taking her time, which is fine. She can take all the time in the world. It's a very relaxed affair. Good girl. Look at these babies. Good job. Good job, Mummy. Good job. Good girl. They're so strong. Just a few hours old. And I'm always amazed by how strong these puppies are. I think we might still have one, maybe 2 more puppies to go. Maybe 3 if there was one tucked up at the top, but we're at least halfway, I would say. Having a good feel of Faye's tummy, even though she's still been having some contractions. So it's more difficult to tell when they're still having contractions because the tummy gets quite hard, but when it softens I can still feel at least 1 or 2 puppies, so we're just waiting to see who comes next. We have another one on the way, so I will be back to introduce you to puppy number 4 in a few short minutes. Puppy number 4 has arrived. He's the little damp one on the end, and yes, we have another boy, which is just fabulous. This is exactly why we decided to do this pairing, in the hopes of getting a boy to join our program. And I cannot believe my luck. We have 4 gorgeous, strong, healthy boys, and like I say, we're definitely past the halfway point. We're hoping that, because this is definitely a final litter for Faye, that she has a smaller litter. We only allowed 1 mating, so we're hoping that we don't have lots and lots of puppies. It certainly doesn't look like we've got many more in there. She's not moved much since the last puppy was born, so I've not been able to have a really good feel. But she has let me inspect all the puppies and clean them up and make sure everybody's umbilical cords are all nice, neatly. Although she does such a fabulous job without me, really, don't you? But she likes me to be here. She likes me to hold her paw and tell her everything's going to be okay. But we've cleaned everyone up, and everyone's feeding. And we have 4 healthy boys so far, and just a few contractions still happening. So I suspect we've still got at least 1 more. But I'm hoping, Faye, that you're done at that, because that would be wonderful to raise a litter of 4 boys. And who knows, maybe all boys. But can't believe our luck. So thrilled that we've got boys. Faye rarely has boys. She only produced 3 boys in the first litter, and she only produced 2 in a second, sadly. So this time to have 4 boys, to have some real options to look at, is just amazing, and we're super thrilled. And everything's going really well. Everyone's big and strong and healthy and feeding and doing great. So we'll come back when there's more news. Baby number 5 has arrived. We have our first little girl. We had quite a long break between baby number 4 and baby number 5. She had about an hour and a half just resting and napping. And we have some little puppy bums tucked into the hot water bottle here because Faye was obviously having some quite strong contractions and wanting to move some bodies down the bus. So in order for her to be able to get comfortable, the older 3 pups are tucked away in the hot water bottle, and our youngest 2, little girl and a little boy, the little girl was born last, are on the milk bar. and I'm going to wait till she stands up to have a good feel of Fae again and see if we have any more. But I think we're quite close to the end if we've not reached the end already. I will catch back up with you if there is anyone else to say hi to, and if not, we will catch up in the morning because it's been a really, really long night. So it's now the following morning. It was a long night. Faye started her initial stages of labour at tea time the day before. She went into the pushing stages of labour around 10 p.m. and she had her first puppy shortly thereafter, and then the last puppy was born at about 5 a.m. So yeah, we had to have a sleep before we came back to the video. Anyway, here we are with the final tally. We have 6 puppies altogether. We ended up with, I think, 2 more puppies after we left off the last video. Goodness, I'm not even sure. But yes, I think 2 more. We ended up with 5 boys and just 1 girl. So she is going to be an absolute princess. And we have 5 fabulous boys to be potential future stud dogs here, as well as our pet at MIyax. So that's super exciting because that's exactly the reason that we decided to repeat this pairing for one final round in the hope of getting a boy to join our pack and potentially be a future stud dog. So there we are. As you can see, Faye's doing very, very well, doing an excellent job. She is healthy. Everyone was born strong and healthy. It was easy but long, so tiring but easy. And yeah, now we get to watch these 6 fabulous puppies grow up. So we'll catch you in the next one.